Actually, watching movies a lot of stress on your nervous system. You know that? You can only create impact if you create oneness with the system. And if you are jumping from company to company for the sake of salary, you are not in the game. And when you are not value adding, you will not be sustainable or scalable for a long term.
I am saying if communication is the key. Communication is in terms of connecting with that very emotional being around.
It's difficult to connect with multiple.
It is difficult to train multiple people in one direction.
It's very easy. Indian Army, Jawans coming from various backgrounds. How do you think they're all connected? In just 6 months, everybody aligns to the vision through a specific emotion. What is happening is one-on-one connect people are trying. At a corporate level, one-on-one connect doesn't work.
I think this is opening up a lot of those puzzles which are running around this, how to activate, how to motivate, how to. So if you'll see it around that, is that when we started this conversation, we were discussing around how do we play on the strategy, what is the strategy, what is the vision. From vision we came down to motivation. Now from motivation it is more about how do you connect or communicate with people, right? So when we are working in large teams, every person is a different person.
Correct.
And every person will have a different thought process, different mindset, different ways, and he will have his own emotional baggages or experiences what he is coming from. To make them motivate down the line, or that bottom of the pyramid, the middle manager needs to be really equipped with understanding of these very factors.
I think the middle manager is not trained well, because now you're asking, I assume you're going to ask how to get this done.
No, I am saying if communication is the key. And communication is in terms of connecting with that very emotional being around.
It's difficult to connect with multiple.
It is difficult to train multiple people in one direction.
It's very easy. You are saying it is difficult to connect at the bottom of the pyramid. Everybody has a different mindset.
Correct.
Different emotional systems.
Correct.
Different frameworks. The middle management cannot connect with them.
Correct.
It's very wrong. Indian Army has Jawans coming from various backgrounds. How do you think they're all connected? In just 6 months, everybody aligns to the vision through a specific emotion. The problem is this middle management is not trained to talk the language of emotion. They are trained because they are also people working to go up the ladder, no? So they only understand vision language and they find it difficult to connect here because of their wrong training. The middle management should be trained well to emotionalize. See, this low people, I very well understand. This bottom of the pyramid, initial executives, initial new joinees, people, they come with a lot of emotion. I want to add impact. That's what they want to say. What will you add impact the moment you join the company? You don't even know how the company works. I've seen many people who have done IITs and joined MBAs, and they have joined companies, and within 1 week they want to add impact and they feel already lost because 1 week I'm not able to add any impact, so I think I'm already thinking of quitting the job. Gen Zs, they quit a lot of jobs. Earlier generations worked 40 years in one company, now in 1 year they leave 40 companies. You understand? That's the kind of things that are happening. I am quitting this job and taking a new role for a salary hike. That's so bad. Technically, long term, the person or neither the corporate company ecosystem or an individual will ever be successful with that mentality. Because all corporates actually want partners of growth kind of thing. You understand? A family member kind of. We want people who, you can only create impact if you create oneness with the system. And if you are jumping from company to company for the sake of salary, you are not in the game of value impacting or value addition or anything. And when you are not value adding, you will not be sustainable or scalable for a long term. Short term, yeah, because of the lot of availability of companies, you may. So that way. But the point I'm trying to tell you is, Gen Zs are shifting many because they are having that emotional need which is not being fulfilled by the middle management. I want to add impact. I want to be celebrated. And it's like a small kid coming to the. Now you need to create an ecosystem of emotion and a discipline, like Indian Army. They say every soldier, they don't give their life for the country. They live for their commanding officer. They give their life for their regiment or for their commanding officer. You understand? You need to develop, the corporates need to develop a commanding officer kind of a thing, mentality, where every department head emotionalizes his team in his own emotion way. The working executives has to be emotionalized, and they should feel we are doing this for our company, our. That is the reason why corporates these days are trying to make people compete, create groups, and give, you guys do more, you guys do more, who does more. So we are actually, they are already in the path, but they are not perfectly doing it. They know they are doing it. They are not perfectly doing it because these middle managers, corporates are working hard in training the actual doers. No, the middle managers have to be trained for how to emotionalize a trivial thing, how to ritualize a process. When you ritualize a process, people will they will hang their, see, before going to the temple, you leave your footwear and come inside. In the same fashion, people will leave their mindsets and come to give their life if you ritualize the process. But if you don't ritualize the process and say this is for your growth, there you fail, because lower people do not understand your growth. And my growth, in the first person, I. You understand? They feel they will add value. Or now, if I get this job, I am fundamentally coming for the money that you're giving me. Or this new college grads, Gen Zs, they're coming to add impact, add value, be, feel important. Now, you don't make that ritualized properly. Then, and break their egos carefully, like eggshell. You need to carefully open when the egg is ready to hatch. So, you need to carefully do that process. That emotionalization is a training that has to be given to the middle management or the leaders of the organization, action leaders. If you do that, then you don't have to connect with every person. What is happening is one-on-one connect people are trying. At a corporate level, one-on-one connect doesn't work. Rituals work. Rituals work. Emotionalizing, and when you emotionalize certain thing, people naturally will leave their troubles outside and come. Example, movies. Now in India, if you see anybody, you are in any amount of stress. Actually, watching movies a lot of stress on your nervous system. You know that? It's so much of data actually, because when you are seeing, your ears are listening to the sound, your Dolby sound and all that, your eyes are looking at, you're feeling. Now, any small thing happens, you actually start crying. Most people cry. Most people laugh. They connect automatically, because so much of data and so much of pressure on the nervous system actually. The nervous system is fully engrossed into it. Am I clear with you? That way. Then you leave all your worries there. And you call this stress relief, watching a movie, which is actually a stress. That is the reason why you watch 2 movies in a row, you will feel a lot stressed physically, your eyes, and so you can't overdo it. But one movie, if you watch, then it is a stress buster, you feel. Why? Because it didn't actually remove your stress. You hung your boots outside while watching that movie. The same thing can be done in a corporate also. You can make people hang their boots outside and come with a hoo-ha attitude. That's possible, provided that emotion is well played by this middle management, instead of connecting one-on-one.
Great, Guruji.